YouTube video on how to use a solver to find one, an ideal gross profit margin, and two, a sales goal. To begin, this is my current inventory and its pricing. Here I have my inventory and pricing at a discount store. Now at my current location, we are enjoying a nice gross profit margin of 73% or higher. And then the goal of is how to find an ideal price point for your items that will net you a gross profit margin of 60%. As you can see currently right now, I have a gross profit margin of 42%. To do this by using solver, you can begin by adding solver onto your ribbon. Then you click on the data tab to the right under the analysis grouping. You click your solver. You would need several steps. Under your set objective, you will go ahead and click the cell that you would like for the solver to essentially solve for. And since I want to get a 60% gross profit margin, I would click here on N13, and I would set it to a value of 60%, or 0.60. Now, in addition to, I would also highlight by changing variable cells. Now, this group of cells are the groups of cells that solver will change. Now, this would be, in this case, would be the pricing per items. So here, once I run solver should give me the ideal prices per item to gain a gross profit margin of 60%. In addition to, I would go ahead and submit some constraints. Now my first constraint will be for column and row I6 to column I and row 12, which is right here, which is my order amount, and the constraint is essentially telling solver that it needs to be greater than or equal to 0. And my second constraint is also telling solver that my price per item should be greater or equal to 0. I would go ahead and run solver. As you can see, I have here a 60% gross profit margin. So essentially, solver just found an ideal price point for my items to be sold. So I could go ahead and enjoy a 60% gross profit margin at my outlet stores. Click here, OK. As you can see, it adjusted my prices for me. Now I have an ideal price point to be sold. My items for an ideal price point of gross profit margin of 60%. Now, another technique that I would like to show you using solver is finding the sales goal. Now, in this example, the company has shipped its goods from its primary store, flagship store, to an outlet store, and it's incurred the cost of shipping costs, and the managers would like to set a sales goal of $100,000 to offset the shipping costs. Now, in order to get a sales goal of $100,000 using solver, I will again utilize some of the features that I did before. So I will go ahead and click the solver tab under the analysis grouping. Now, this time, since I am looking for, I want $100,000 gross profit. As of the moment, I have a $66,000, $194,000 gross profit. I would like to find the correct amount of merchandise to send to this location without incurring additional costs and maximizing our profits. So in order to do that, I would go ahead and my set objective will be my gross profit cell, the total, which is N13. I would select N13. I would appoint to the value of $100,000. Now, my by changing variable cells will be the items I need to sell through in order to generate this volume. Now, obviously, the more I sell, the more I will generate. So, solver will go ahead and solve for which amount of merchandise should be sold at the price point it gave me earlier to achieve a sales goal of $100,000. So, since I highlighted mine by changing variable cells, which are my sell-through items, I'm going to go ahead and add on a few constraints. Now, my first constraint will be my sell-through items, which I would want to equal to above 0 items. I don't want to sell negative items. And the same thing for my price per item. I would like it to be above 0. I don't want to sell items at a negative cost. And I would go ahead and run solver, and if everything is correct, I should have $100,000 value here with a new amount of items that I will be required to sell through in order to achieve that number. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. I have my value of $100,000 right here, and I have a new amount of sell-through items of 553. That's the price point that solver gave me initially in my first page. Now, here I have my gross sales, my cost of goods sold, which gives me my gross profit. Now, as you can see, I also generated increase in my gross profit percentage by doing so. Now, this is Darryl Ruiz, and this is my how-to video on how to use solver to achieve a sales goal and how to use solver to find an ideal price point for and set gross profit margin. Thank you.